Dwayne Johnson surprises UFC fighter with a new home. Hey guys, today we're going to be talking about Dwayne Johnson surprises UFC fighter with a new home. Let's get right into it. In an inspiring act of generosity, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson touched the heart of an emerging UFC talent by drawing parallels from their shared personal journeys. At 51 years old, Johnson has enjoyed a successful career in entertainment, but he hasn't forgotten the struggles that come with starting from the ground up. This past Thursday, he took to Instagram to post a heartwarming video, capturing a moment that surely melted the hearts of countless viewers. In the video, Johnson is seen pleasantly surprising Themba Gorimbo, a 32-year-old budding star in the UFC welterweight division. Gorimbo, originally from Zimbabwe, was facing a significant challenge. He was ardently trying to save money to buy a home for his loved ones. Despite being a professional fighter, he was spending nights on a couch in a gym, dreaming of a better life for his family and bringing them to the U.S. But, to his astonishment, Johnson, having learnt of his plight, decided to step in. He gifted Gorimbo a beautiful new home in Miami. The fighter's response was raw and heartening. "Oh my God, thank you," he exclaimed, overwhelmed with emotion. The moment was tender when Gorimbo, unable to hold back his feelings, sank to his knees to embrace Johnson. It's evident that the connection between these two men goes beyond mere acquaintance. Johnson, visibly moved by Gorimbo's dedication and determination, offered comforting words. "No more nights on that gym couch," he assured Gorimbo, adding, "This is your home now. Welcome home." As they stood in the doorway of the new home, Johnson continued with an uplifting message for the young fighter. "This home is entirely yours. All you need to focus on now is bringing your family here, continuing your rigorous training, and eyeing that champion's title." In a commendable gesture of generosity, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson has decided not only to provide a home for UFC fighter Themba Gorimbo, but also to take care of all related expenses for the entire duration Gorimbo wishes to reside there. Johnson first became aware of Gorimbo's struggles in mid-June through a tweet from ESPN. The sports network shared an eye-opening story that highlighted the aspiring UFC fighter's financial circumstances, revealing he had a mere $7.49 to his name. Gorimbo, with a heart of gold, had been sending most of his hard-earned UFC money back to his hometown in Zimbabwe. His selfless actions led to the establishment of a well, ensuring his community had access to clean, safe drinking water. This particular story deeply resonated with Johnson. Throughout his journey to stardom, Johnson faced numerous hardships. He's frequently talked about the tough times early on in his pro wrestling days, sharing anecdotes like living out of a car with only $7 to his name. Yet he rose from those challenging beginnings to dominate not just the wrestling arena, but also Hollywood. The memory of that tough period in his life even inspired the name of his production company, $7 Production. This venture is responsible for many of Johnson's film projects, as well as his sitcom, Young Rock. Seeing Gorimbo's situation, Johnson couldn't help but see a reflection of his own past struggles. He took to Twitter expressing, "This is effing crazy to see and brings back many emotions and memories. $7.49 in this fighter's bank account? I once had $7 too. I've been there on that grind. Got your back, brother. I'll help." True to his word, Johnson reached out, assuring Gorimbo, "I'll be in touch." And he did more than just touch base. Johnson pulled a delightful surprise, sneaking up behind Gorimbo during an interview, a heartwarming moment he later shared on social media that Thursday. The power of sharing one's personal journey and experiences can be astounding. As Gorimbo stated, "It's crazy what can happen when you are able to tell your story, who you can touch and who you can inspire." He was so engrossed in sharing his feelings that he was taken by surprise when he realized that Johnson was right behind him, leading to an impromptu embrace. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, known for his role in Ballers, cleverly told Gorimbo they were heading to a friend's house. But as they stepped inside, Gorimbo was met with familiar faces. Photographs of his own family decorated the place. The hint of a surprise became clearer when Johnson handed him a key. The duo then set off in a car, aiming to meet someone named Jay. But little did Gorimbo know that Jay was a fictitious character, all part of Johnson's thoughtful plan. Upon arriving at the so-called Jay's apartment, Johnson maintained the facade for a moment, even shouting out for Jay while Gorimbo curiously looked around. But the real surprise awaited in the living room, framed photos of Gorimbo's family. It was at this moment that Gorimbo's face lit up with joy, realizing the heartfelt gift Johnson had arranged, a new home for him. In another generous act, Johnson also made a remarkable contribution to the SAG-AFTRA Foundation's Emergency Financial Assistance Program, which was highlighted by the foundation's executive director, Sid Wilson, as the most significant single donation they'd ever received from an individual. The bond between the two men was evident as Johnson opened up, "Your story moved me. When I found out you had $7 in your bank account, I know what that's like. I was here in Miami when I had $7." Moved by the immense generosity, Garimbo committed to use the savings meant for his house to fund another well in Zimbabwe. With tears in his eyes, he assured Johnson, "You inspired me to work hard. I will become a champion. Trust me." That's all for today, and we'll be sure to catch you all in the next one.